the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you could be here. First off, I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who took the time to send me birthday wishes yesterday. Much appreciated. I love each and one of y'all. It really did feel good, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much to everyone who did. Today's Throwback Thursday track is Kashmere. Can I say something about this hair? Like, look at this. What the hell? See, now you know why I usually wear a hat. This is so awful. I apologize. Seriously, it's so bad. So today, Kashmere, Souls of the Unborn, features Jehst, two of the best that ever do it. Hey man, without further ado, let's jump in, give it a listen.
From the depths of the nothing, my will is manifested. Raise it from the dust, homeboy, you're getting tested. In this final wager, man, I'm on some next shit.
All right, for one, I didn't expect Kashmere to just jump on the track like that the second that the beat dropped. But right off the top, man, I freaking love that about the fact that it's the exact wording, something about out of nothing, his will was manifested, and like pick yourself out of the dust, kid, you're about to get tested, something to that effect. I just freaking dig that, man, because he's so many ways to unpack that. But basically, in my mind, he's saying, like, you know, he came from nothing. He wasn't given anything. He wasn't given a handout. He wasn't born into privilege. He didn't have anything. The pathway wasn't laid out from him, man. He found that will, and he manifested it from dark times. When a lot of people would look in that situation, would look and say, I don't have any other, this is where I'm going to be. I don't have any other opportunities or whatever. Kashmere says, like, I manifested my will, man. That's where I got my fire. And about picking yourself out of the dust, man, and getting ready to be tested. Great things come from pain, man, from obscurity, and from I always say the best lessons are learned from failures and mistakes. So yeah, man, I'm digging the way this starts. I brought it all the way back, and here we go.
From the depths of the nothing, my will is manifested. Raise it from the dust, homeboy, you're getting tested. In this final wager, man, I'm on some next shit. Order from chaos, I'm getting this perfected. The dragon is getting stronger in the belly of the mother. Hope you're a fast runner. There's always somewhere to run, nowhere to hide from the dark side. Unless you can fly, but even then, go high enough and you die. You need divine assistance.
Man, it's cool, man, when he's talking about you can run, but you never hide from the dark side. That shit will always find you, man. Any number of ways, whether it's anger, addiction, pain, depression, all of those things, man. It'll find you. It'll hunt your ass down and find you. You can't hide from it. You can run. There's many different ways of running from something, but that shit will always find you.
You're a fast runner. There's always somewhere to run, nowhere to hide from the dark side. Unless you can fly, but even then, go high enough and you die. You need divine assistance, the vision in your eye. Most of us wear the blindfold of ignorance. Why? Is it the laughable matter? Follow like sheep, so nobody laughs at you, except for the devil, the evil plan hatcher. Crazy like the man in the mirror, a reflection of me. Now I'm seeing things clearer. Go against the grain or walk into the jaws of hell. Peace to the George Orwell. Yeah.
Man, this track is 10 years old, but parts of it ring true. I was listening to stuff last night, and it's just like, now more than ever, this desire for people to just go with the flow, to be the sheep. It's so funny to me because if you want to take something, even the smallest thing these days always has one side against the other side. It's either you're either with us or you're against us. And then rather than speaking up for what you believe in, or you either hide in the shadows or you You pretend that you feel a certain way so people, you won't pick on you. So like what he's saying, man, you follow the sheep so no one will laugh at you. But it goes beyond that, man. There's so many people that hide because they're afraid of if they don't agree with you, or they don't agree with a certain ideology, or if they don't like a certain music, or they don't like, I mean, you guys know what it's like, man. Just post something on social media, something as simple as like, I prefer apples over peaches, and there's going to be people telling you, I hope your kids get cancer and die. Like, this is the way people's minds work, man. And because of that, so many people would rather put on the blindfold, as this Kashmere is saying, man, and just going with the flow, being gleefully ignorant is a term we've used on this channel a bunch of times. Man, this is a cool freaking song.
Crazy like the man in the mirror, a reflection of me. Now I'm seeing things clearer. Go against the grain or walk into the jaws of hell. Peace to the George Orwell. Silver chaos pendant. I'm dropping ill spells in the physical dimension. Over my tantric altar, spit the ill verse. Close my eyes, see the ill scene like Steven Spielberg. I'm walking, you're wondering where I'm heading. To the hills of the Armageddon.
When you talk about that, I close my eyes and I see the ill scene like Steven Spielberg. I wonder if that's kind of his way of talking, getting like the manifesting back again, the meditating, the manifesting your dreams, your desires, knowing what you want and focusing on that and bringing that into existence. I wonder if that's what he's saying. I imagine the ill scene. Just a thought.
I'm walking, you're wondering where I'm heading. To the hills of the Armageddon.
Let us pray for the souls of the unborn. Roadkill in the headlights of the juggernaut. Blood pumps fast with the force.
I gotta bring this back. I don't want to miss a thing.
Where I'm heading. To the hills of the Armageddon.
Let us pray for the souls of the unborn. Roadkill in the headlights of the juggernaut. Blood pumps fast with the force as the metaphor. Burst forth from the chest, birth of the xenomorph. I'm the shadow that emerged from the...
This is like the second time this week that we've had an alien bar in a track, man. Gotta love the xenomorph. It's just awesome. One of the coolest horror monsters ever created, man. This perfection. And speaking of perfection, man, Kashmere killed that first verse, and we're only a few bars deep here by Jehst, and you can tell why these guys are legends, man. This outstanding. I don't know what to say.
The metaphor burst forth from the chest, birth of the xenomorph. I'm the shadow that emerged from the cellar door. Planets in my palm get crushed like a peppercorn. Watch how I terraform meteors. Teleportation, my method of transport.
Terraform meteors. I like that idea because whenever I hear one of these UK lyricists, man, when they use a term like that, it gets me thinking like terraform. I think like terra. So like, what do you say? Watch me terror. So watch me terror, and then form of meteors, rather than terraform, because terraform, actually, you guys know what terraform is: going to a planet and getting it ready to take our life, like to take human life and allow there to be existence on that planet. But it's cool that he did that, and maybe he didn't do that. Maybe he actually means terraforming a meteor and make it good and make it inhabitable by humans. But I just think that I think he did my first thought was splitting up into terraform. I don't know. I want to hear it again.
I'm the shadow that emerged from the cellar door. Planets in my palm get crushed like a peppercorn. Watch how I terraform meteors. Teleportation, my method of transport. At the epicenter of the sandstorm, many men perish in the belly of the rancor. Though they ran for the cover of the trees, they were already marked with the number of the beast. Scheduled for extermination, the murderer's blade is the fertilization of Satan's egg. Rebirth of the Godhead, life on the planet no more than a cot death.
Man, this is, again, these visuals, like talking about like basically stabbing somebody, and that's like the egg of Satan. And I mean this is the metaphor, right? I mean, no one's getting stabbed and then they're having the egg Satan on it. Is the fact like it's just that it's that you stab someone for whatever reason, and what that does is it creates that darkness. It's like that breeding ground of the darkness, right? Whether it's the person who was stabbed or the person that did the stabbing. It's that egg, man. That it's that egg that's going to grow inside of you and create that anger or that hate, or it's going to be that darkness that grows inside of you that you can never shake because you have that shit. What word am I looking for? You hold on to that, and you can't shake it for that. Jesus Christ! You can tell that I work with the English language for a living, right? Guilt. There's the word I'm looking for. Thank you very much for the people saying it back there in the peanut gallery. Yeah, man, it's that guilt. It's like when guilt gets inside of you. And I was actually saying that to Vanessa on the weekend because I've been watching. I love a lot of UK cop dramas and stuff. So I've been watching Broadchurch, and it's like I said to her, it's like, sometimes I have things pop in my head that I did in high school, like a cat that I hurt playing football. And I'm 47 years old and I still think about that and I feel badly about that. And I'm watching Broadchurch and I'm thinking, how does someone spend the rest of their life knowing that they've killed somebody? Right? Like that just must drive, if you're like a normal person who kills somebody out of a fit of rage or whatever it was, like how do you live with that shit on your conscience for the rest of your life? Like that must just destroy you, eat you alive. And I think that's another version of this devil's egg type of idea. Anyway.
No, they ran for the cover of the trees. They were already marked with the number of the bees. Scheduled for extra.
Sorry, I don't want to. Marked with the number of the beasts and scheduled for extermination. So is he talking about like German prison camps and Auschwitz and stuff? Is that what he's talking about, or just this happens? Or am I like going like? Am I stretching too far there, or is it the fact? I don't know. I'm gonna bring it back here for a second here, just because I'm thinking the mark with the number of the beast and extermination. Obviously, those two connect, but I gotta bring it back just to make sure I get the whole context of the bars here.
From the cellar door, planets in my palm get crushed like a peppercorn. Watch how I terraform me, EOS teleportation, my method of transport. At the epicenter of the sandstorm, many men perish in the belly of the rancor. Though they ran for the cover of the trees, they were already marked.
Sorry, I was freaking laughing, I'm sorry. I love that freaking Return of the Jedi reference. Outstanding.
Method of transport. At the epicenter of the sandstorm, many men perish in the belly of the rancor. Though they ran for the cover of the trees, they were already marked with the number of the bees. Scheduled for extermination, the murderer's blade is the fertilization of Satan's egg. Rebirth of the Godhead, life on the planet no more than a cot death. See how the milk turns blood red, the undead scatter in the light of the sunset. Protect the innocent, brave the police state, blade in the back, the betrayal of a teammate. Just a sacrificial offering, throw away toys for the Dark Lord's offspring. And I'm locked in the prison of this
Okay, I'm gonna bring this back obviously, but yeah, I'm no longer thinking that's some kind of Nazi Germany reference. That wasn't it at all. I think it's just more about not actually physically marked with the number of the beast. It's more like being born into a situation that's already put them at a disadvantage. You're born into a horrible neighborhood or born to horrible parents, or whatever the situation may mean, but you're put in a situation, so you're already marked. You're already you're marked for extermination. You're pretty much you're here. You're gonna be killed in a drug deal. You're gonna do this, do that. You're gonna go to jail. Whatever it is that you've been there, you put there. You're treated, or you're marked as meaningless, and you're a throwaway human being type of idea. I'm thinking that's probably more what he's getting at. And And then he gets really, again, this song's deep, but then he starts going off on another tangent here at the end. And I want to make sure I get that, so I'm bringing it back.
Godhead, life on the planet no more than a cot death. See how the milk turns blood red, the undead scatter in the light of the sunset. Protect the innocent, brave the police state, blade in the back, the betrayal of a teammate. Just a sacrificial offering, throw away toys for the Dark Lord's offspring. And I'm locked in the prison of this conflict, trampled to death in the middle of the mosh pit. And I'm not the doorman, I'm the locksmith. Follow me, four horsemen of the apocalypse.
What a friggin' bar.
And I'm locked in the prison of this conflict, trampled to death in the middle of the mosh pit. And I'm not the doorman, I'm the locksmith. Follow me, four horsemen of the apocalypse.
All right. So I've heard a lot, obviously. Well, compared to you cats, friggin' drop in the ocean. But I've heard a lot of Jehst, obviously, over this past year that I've been doing this. And there's so many great lyrics, so many great bars, so many great songs. But man, this friggin' verse, man, this hits something different. By far one of my favorite Jehst verses I've ever heard. Just outstanding. Wow. I don't even, there's nowhere for me to go to this because this is such a brilliant track. I really do have to hear more Kashmere because I know the cat. He's one of the very, very important artists in UK history. So I know I got to do more Kashmere. I haven't done enough. But from what I have heard, I'm going to go and say this is my favorite Kashmere verse that I've heard. It hasn't been as much as Jehst, obviously, not even a fraction of what I've heard from Jehst. But yeah, man, both of these cats just murdered this track, man. And it really is one of those songs that I'm going to have to go back and listen to a bunch more times just to digest it and understand it a little bit more. And I'm looking forward to that, man, because the track was fire for sure. Big shout out to everyone who voted in today's poll. I appreciate you guys taking the effort because I'm doing this for you guys, and I'm glad that you have your voice heard. So appreciate that. I see that Flip Tricks released a track today. I see Ocean Wisdom released a track today. So I have a couple of things I can do tomorrow. So I guess we'll have to wait, see what happens. Until then, thank you, everyone. Love you all. Keep the, hey, tell your friends, man. We get bigger and bigger. Let them know what we're doing here, man. This community we built. I think it's important to spread the love. Till tomorrow, stay safe and be good to each other.